Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to our little corner of the internet where we talk about living well and aging with grace. I hope you've had a peaceful week. Before we begin, I want you to just take a moment. How are you feeling right now? Is there a sense of energy in your body, or do you feel a bit tired? Is there a lightness in your spirit, or are things feeling a little heavy today? Just notice it without judgment. This self-awareness is the first step to truly caring for ourselves. Now let me share something that happened last week. A patient I've known for years, a gentleman named John, came to see me. He's nearly 80, a widower for 5 years, and he recently found a new companion. He didn't come in with a problem. In fact, he sat down and the smile on his face was so genuine it lit up the room. He leaned forward and said something that made me think for days. "Doctor, I feel 20 years younger. My energy is back. I'm gardening again, taking longer walks. It's as if a switch has been turned on inside me." I asked him what created such a wonderful change. His answer was simple, yet profound. "We started being intimate again. It's not just physical, doctor, it's the connection. Feeling wanted, feeling seen, and feeling cared for. It changed everything." John's story isn't unique. I remember another patient, a lovely woman named Carol, who told me that after she and her husband started making time for closeness again, she noticed her chronic shoulder pain seemed to fade into the background. She said, "I don't know if it's medical, but I feel like his hug is the best medicine." These powerful real-life experiences are what inspired today's episode. Together, we're going to explore a very private but incredibly important topic: why reconnecting with intimacy can make many older adults feel younger, healthier, and more vibrant. I'm Dr. Rose Khavari, and I'm so glad to be here with you. My life's work as a urologist and health specialist has been dedicated to helping people, especially as they navigate the rich and complex chapters of life after 60. My goal has always been simple: to help you understand your body better, to feel empowered, and to live your fullest, most joyful life, no matter the number on your birthday cake. Today, we're going to have a frank, warm, and hopeful conversation. We won't be using complicated medical jargon. Think of this as a chat over a cup of tea. We're going to talk about the profound link between intimacy, energy, mental well-being, and that feeling of youthfulness many of us long for. Now, I know this can be a sensitive subject. Some of you might be watching this and thinking, "Oh, this topic isn't for me anymore." Perhaps you feel lonely, or your body doesn't cooperate the way it used to, or maybe it's just been so long that it feels like a closed chapter. I hear you and I understand that hesitation completely. But I ask you to stay with me, because intimacy is so much more than what movies or magazines portray. It's about connection, touch, empathy, and it's a fundamental human need. It is a cornerstone of our well-being. And as you'll see, its benefits for our health as we age are simply too incredible to ignore. Part 1: the science behind feeling younger. So what's really happening in our bodies and minds when we reconnect with intimacy? This isn't wishful thinking. It's beautiful, elegant science. Let's start with what I call the happy chemical trio: oxytocin, dopamine, and endorphins. First, oxytocin. We often call it the bonding hormone or the cuddle hormone, but its power goes much deeper. When we engage in warm, consensual touch, a hug, holding hands, a massage, or closer physical contact, our brain releases a flood of oxytocin. This chemical does wonders. It actively lowers cortisol, our primary stress hormone. Think of cortisol as the body's alarm system. Oxytocin is the gentle hand that turns that alarm off. It promotes feelings of trust, safety, and deep connection. It calms the fear center in our brain, the amygdala, making us feel more secure and less anxious. This is why a simple, heartfelt hug from someone you trust can feel like coming home. Next up is dopamine. You've likely heard of it in relation to pleasure, and that's true, but it's also the motivation molecule. The brain's reward pathway, which dopamine drives, is designed to make us repeat behaviors that are good for our survival and well-being. When you reconnect with intimacy, your brain says, "This is good. This feels rewarding." That surge of dopamine not only brings a sense of joy and pleasure in the moment, but it also reignites your motivation for other activities. It's the reason John started gardening again. That renewed zest for life isn't just a feeling. It's a neurochemical shift that encourages you to engage with the world again. And finally, there are endorphins. This is our body's own all-natural brand of pain relief. They work by interacting with receptors in our brain to help reduce pain signals and produce a state of well-being. This is the runner's high people talk about, but you don't need to run a marathon to get it. Intimate activity is a powerful endorphin trigger. This explains why my patient Carol felt her shoulder pain ease. For those living with chronic conditions like arthritis or back pain, this natural pain relief can be a significant blessing. Furthermore, endorphins are incredible for promoting deep restorative sleep. How many of us would love a better night's rest? Beyond these amazing chemicals, let's not forget that intimacy is also a form of gentle physical activity. It elevates your heart rate in a healthy way, which is excellent for cardiovascular health. It improves blood flow to every organ, including your brain, delivering vital oxygen and nutrients that can boost cognitive function and mental clarity. It can also help maintain muscle tone, including the pelvic floor muscles, which is important for both men and women for bladder control and stability. It's quite possibly the most enjoyable form of exercise there is. Part 2. Overcoming the hurdles, a compassionate guide. Now let's move from the why to the how. Because I know the most common thought is, that's all well and good, doctor, but my body has changed. You are absolutely right. Our bodies are like incredible living diaries recording the stories of our lives. Acknowledging these changes with compassion, not criticism, is the most important step forward. For you gentlemen, a primary concern is often erectile dysfunction, or ED. I need to be very clear, this is an incredibly common medical condition, not a personal failing. It's often a barometer of overall vascular health. Conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes can affect blood flow throughout the body, including where it's needed for an erection. It is not a reflection of your manhood or your feelings for your partner. It's a medical issue, plain and simple. And the good news is, we have a toolbox full of solutions. From oral medications to lifestyle changes to other safe and effective medical options, there is almost always a path forward. The first bravest step is having an honest conversation with your doctor. We are here to help without judgment. For you ladies, the journey through menopause brings its own set of changes. The decrease in estrogen can lead to vaginal tissues becoming thinner and less elastic, which can cause dryness and discomfort during intimacy. Again, this is completely normal. And the solutions are often wonderfully simple. Please think of a high-quality water-based lubricant as an essential part of your self-care routine, just like a facial moisturizer or hand cream. There is no shame in it. In fact, it's an act of profound self-respect. For some women, discussing low-dose vaginal estrogen with their doctor can also be a game-changer, safely restoring tissue health. The goal is comfort and pleasure, and these tools exist to help you achieve that. And for all of us, let's talk about body image. Our bodies carry the maps of our lives, the laugh lines, the surgical scars, the silver hair, the changes in weight. It's so easy to become self-conscious. I once had a patient marry a vibrant 72-year-old who felt deeply insecure about a scar on her knee from a replacement surgery. She felt it was ugly and didn't want her husband to see it. We talked about reframing that scar not as a flaw, but as a symbol of her strength of the journey that allowed her to walk pain-free again. Her husband, when she finally shared her fear, touched the scar gently and told her he saw it as a part of her story that he loved. This is our task, to be kind to ourselves. Intimacy at 70 or 80 is not a performance or a competition. The focus beautifully shifts from performance to presence, from perfection to connection. Sometimes the most intimate act is simply lying together hand in hand and accepting each other completely and unconditionally. Part 3. Expanding the definition of intimacy and mastering communication. This might be the most transformative part of our conversation today. We absolutely must expand our definition of intimacy. If we limit it to just one act, we miss out on a whole universe of connection. True intimacy is a rich tapestry woven from many different threads. Let's look at a few. Emotional intimacy. This is the bedrock. It's the feeling of being truly seen, heard, and accepted for who you are. It's sharing your fears without being dismissed and your dreams without being ridiculed. How do you build it? Turn off the television, put your phones away. Look at each other and ask open-ended questions like, "What was the best part of your day?" And then truly listen to the answer. Sensual intimacy. This is about awakening the senses outside of a specifically sexual context. Think about the joy of dancing to an old song in the living room, feeling the rhythm and the warmth of your partner's hand. Or cooking a meal together, the smell of garlic and herbs, the shared task, the laughter. It's giving a gentle shoulder rub while you watch the news. These moments are rich with connection. Intellectual intimacy. This is sharing ideas. It's reading the same book or article and talking about it. It's doing a crossword puzzle together. It's the excitement of learning something new with the person you love, respecting each other's minds and opinions. Recreational intimacy. This is about shared experiences and play. It's gardening together, taking a walk, visiting a museum, or learning a new game. Shared fun is a powerful bonding agent. All of these moments build a foundation of trust and affection. They constantly refill your emotional bank account, so that when you approach physical intimacy, you're coming from a place of deep connection, not obligation. Of course, the key that unlocks all these doors is communication. I know this can be the hardest part. I can almost hear some of you asking, "But what if my partner isn't interested?" Or, "It's been so long, how do we even start?" Start small and start with I statements. Instead of "you never touch me anymore," try a gentler approach. "I really miss holding your hand. It always made me feel so close to you." Instead of pressure, offer an invitation. "I was thinking it might be nice to just sit on the porch together tonight and talk with no distractions. I'd love that." Frame it around connection, not demand. Talk about your own feelings, your own vulnerabilities. Listen, truly, listen to their response. They may have their own fears and insecurities. This conversation isn't a single event. It's a gentle, ongoing process of rediscovery. Part 4. Summary. Your key takeaways for a vibrant life. We've explored so much today, and I am so grateful for your time and attention. Before we part, I want to crystallize the main ideas I hope you carry with you. First, reconnecting with intimacy is powerful medicine. It is scientifically proven to reduce stress, elevate your mood, act as a natural pain reliever, and boost your energy by releasing a cascade of beneficial chemicals in your brain. It is a true anti-aging secret not for your skin, but for your spirit. Second, your changing body is normal and beautiful. It tells the story of your life. Treat it with the kindness and compassion you would offer a dear friend. Practical solutions exist for physical challenges, and the first step is an open, honest conversation with a health professional who is on your team. Third, intimacy is a vast and wonderful landscape, not a single destination. Redefine it for yourself. Discover the joy in emotional, sensual, and intellectual connection. Find it in the small, sacred moments of everyday life. A shared laugh, a knowing glance, a comforting touch. And finally, gentle, honest communication is your compass. It will guide you back to each other. Speak from the heart. Listen with patience and remember that you are both on the same team. Restarting intimacy isn't about trying to be 30 again. It's about embracing the richness and wisdom of your current age and fully enjoying the profound vitality that is available to you right here, right now. Closing encouragement and a call to connection. Thank you truly for spending this time with me today. It takes courage to engage with these topics, and I deeply appreciate the trust you place in me and in this community we're building. I hope this conversation has planted a seed of hope, offered a dose of courage, and perhaps opened a door to a new perspective. Please remember you are worthy and deserving of love, connection, joy, and pleasure at every single stage of your life. This week I invite you to try one small thing. Just one. Hold your partner's hand for 10 seconds longer than usual. Write a one-sentence note telling them something you appreciate about them. Or simply look them in the eyes and share a genuine smile. Start there. If you found this video helpful, please consider clicking that like button and subscribing to our channel. It truly helps these important conversations reach more people who might be feeling alone with these questions. And if you feel comfortable, please share your thoughts or experiences in the comment section below. I learned so much from you, and your stories create a beautiful tapestry of shared wisdom. Until next time, please take exquisite care of yourself. Live well, laugh often, and always be kind to yourself. Goodbye for now.